Sermon number 3, choose your eternal home. How can I sin against God and expect him to love me? For sin is against God. We transgress his law, his very nature, and expect to be loved. God is love. We say it, but do we mean it? Do we know what love is? Love is patient. Love is kind. But what else is love? Patience and kindness are aspects of God's character. We read what God did with Israel. All day long, I have held my hands out to a stubborn and disobedient people. And we think we're going to receive that wrath for every transgression. Have you ever held your hands out all day, all day? Really? No one has. I imagine if you're holding your hands out, there's no weapon in them, no hidden agenda. You can't even feed yourself. Your hands are outstretched. Listen to what God is saying. I stretch out my hands to you to give, to show you I have no hidden motive, but to love you, and I'll do it all day long, even with no return for you, because that's who I am. Christ, the symbol of God on the cross, had his arms outstretched and his palms nailed open. His feet were nailed to the cross. He's not going anywhere. That cross is his love for you. That cross is his love for you. That cross is who he is. It's his nature. It's nailed in place. All day long, I have held out my arms, he could have said to a stubborn and disobedient folk. Stubborn because you refuse to believe he's God and he loves you. We're wishing for a genie when the God of the universe, all powerful, has nailed himself to his love for us. Is obedience too much to ask from one who gives so much, who only wants the best, who has a plan for our lives that he has to reveal little by little, lest we run from the enormity of its eternal impact? Come on, he's God. He's not a genie. He doesn't need a master. The disciples called Jesus Master and Lord because he is both. Yet when he was called good, he corrected the caller, asking him, why do you call me good? God alone is good, not man, in whom no good thing can be found, that is, in our flesh. But the Spirit of God, who lives in us, rises up to meet God, who calls us to disobey our flesh and serve here for a little while so we can share eternity. Is that too much to ask? Hold his hands. Let his arms embrace you when you want to satisfy your flesh. Choose him now. Have you failed? Has your flesh won time and time again? His arms are open all day, and his hands are stretched out to you while it is day. Love him now. The night is coming. Whose shelter will you find eternal rest within?